Low, low, low. Because Strike Arena matchmaking adjustments following 27 second maintenance. Adjustments have been made. Okay. I don't think anyone's playing Strike Arena, so the matchmaking struggling. Fine, listen, it's the same music, bro. I mean, we can try a new playlist. But the thing is, like, it might get flagged. It's not gonna, like, kill my channel or anything, but it's too chill. Maybe we should have something a little bit. This is probably, and we'll go with this. Worth a shot. Yeah, I think you commented somewhere, bulk up, that you got him, I think. You liking him? What inspired this as your in-game name? I was like 9 years old. That's why it's Rock Chalk 9. Like, if there's a number on it, if I like my YouTube channel for my AFC channel is Rock Chalk 9. That's because I was 9 years old and I came up with the name Rock Chalk. There was a pirate in Club Penguin, Rock Hopper. It's something to do with Rock Hopper and Club Penguin. This guy here. It's something to do with him. Can I get your LAN build? As in the one that just came out, or my version, Michael? Those are the days, man. Yeah. And no, Bin Weevils was a really good band. If you played Bin Weevils, I have like so much respect for you. Bin Weevils was better than Club Penguin. Bin Weevils felt like an actual MMO. Like they changed it to be more like Club Penguin, but it used to be like 3D and stuff. It used well, and not 3D. I think it was more like isometric. Bin Weevils old. Let's see if we can see like a screenshot. Like, yeah, it used to look like this. I used to love this, man. Bin Weevils was what I played. I wonder what it looks like on YouTube if you. Look at Bin Weevils. I used to love that game. Your version, I'll show you in a sec, Michael. What's up, Manos? Hamza. Yasha, I don't really understand your question, to be honest. Look at the LAN build. Okay, you can see what I'm doing with the passing anyway. You get that 88 lofted. Dribbling, we're trying to get that 90 tight possession. Defensive stats, we're just trying to get everything to 90 on defensive stats. We just have a leftover aerial strength, 85 speed, and 90 balance there, and dexterity. But that's kind of the logic behind the build. And then for the skills, I think like man marking and track back are very good in them. Blocker and acrobatic clearance, I actually don't even know if you need them. And aerial superiority is very good one. He actually wins headers sometimes. I'd recommend the aerial one. Yeah, man, long ball counter. I can't use quick counter. If I use quick counter, I'll get embarrassed. I have to use long ball counter at the moment. It's not funny, like. That's a win. Did you change the clothes of your characters? Yeah. Club Penguin. That was all. That was what it was about, really. Having the Nick Lou and stuff. Can you show Vieira? Is he cooking at centre back? Yeah, I think he's like the best centre back in the game, bro. I think he's way better at centre back than he is in DMF. Nah, Perezzi's good, bro. If he was bad, why would he be on my team? I might even change the skills in him because I don't think I need like blocker. I mean, maybe we'll just leave it. It's not. He's one of my favorite players, so there's no point changing anything. Yeah, let me just get the team in order. We don't really have a proper center mid. Oh no, we do. Oh, maybe I could take a different center mid. Maybe someone from a player to box to box. I don't really have great box to box players though, or other than Mateus. No top tier cards anyway. Well, how are we anyway, lads? Starting the weekend. I don't think I'm doing anything this weekend. I thought I was going to play darts tonight, but I don't think it's happening. And then we were going to try play football, because we play football on Wednesdays. But we were going to start doing it on Saturdays, but it doesn't look like Saturday's happening either. So I don't think I'm doing anything this weekend. We're just sitting in here like... So I might start editing. I've started a tiny bit, but I'm doing an online career mode in FIFA. It's really good setup, like, and I've got all the footage for 2 seasons. I'm in the 3rd season at the moment. I'm gonna start editing that. I've also got a PUBG video that's not going on this channel, like it's going on my friend's channel, but I'm gonna link it at the end of one of the streams. Not today, it's not done yet, because he has an Armor and Forge server. So I'm gonna talk to him and see if he wants it uploaded soon. What's up, Skinny? What's up, CR7? Casual Gamer? What's up, Ryan? So Ryan sent me something interesting on PlayStation here a minute ago. You can actually score blitz curlers with Zico's left foot, but you have to use Smart Assist. What a weird, what a weird kind of not glitch, but weird way it works. And also, why are you playing with Smart Assist, Ryan? You got some explaining to do. I know it's events, but you got some explaining to do. Like a Gianni messaging me. So I packed Team of the Year podcast last night in FIFA. Like a double touch shot. So you're breaking the animation or something. But can you... Actually, I wonder, Skinny, can you do a double touch shot into an outside curler? Maybe you can't do an... If you can't do a double touch shot into an outside curler, that would explain why you'd hit the blitz. And you actually scored it as well. That's actually pretty impressive that you scored it. Alright, I'm playing 5 at the back. Take that R9. Keep dreaming, buddy. Keep dreaming. I don't know what this monstrosity of a tactic is, but it's just a sub tactic we can switch it to. You scored it. Okay, so you can score a double switch outside curler. I wonder why it activated then. Okay, Zico can score blitz with left foot. Alright, what did I say in my video? I think I said I think he can't score it. Maybe I was wrong. Yeah, I uploaded a video on that recently, and it's mostly repeats. I don't know, I don't really have a problem with repeat legends. Like, people are saying like, oh, why won't they release new legends? Like, the game's like boring, but it's like, what happens when they release new legends? You're just gonna be bored again. Like, the new legends only excite you for like 5 minutes when you look at them in the store and you don't even get them. So it's like, I think it's like, people are, I'm not saying like anyone here is saying it today, but just comments in general, like, they're not, I don't think they're complaining about the right thing, they're complaining about the wrong thing, in my opinion. I would doubt there'll be any reason to upgrade to RAM. Same with Maldini, to be honest. I'd say it'd be fine. Yeah, I don't hit double touch finesse shots even, I just hit double touch power shots. Lamb, a grip, man. The Lamb's overlapping very far forward. I don't know if I should keep it or not. Lucky bounce. Ref. Thanks for likes on the stream, guys. And already. Yeah, I think it's all random. I don't think there's any. Like, I don't think there's any. Or I don't think there's much reason for them to rig it. Like, there is reasons to rig it, but I don't think it actually needs to be rigged. Like, there's a potential backlash for rigging it. Definitely for PR, but I don't even know if legally, like, would there be backlash? The thing is, there probably isn't any actual legal problems at the moment, but if let's say it's completely legal for them to rig them packs, like, it could be completely legal at the moment, but then they do it, there's a big PR backlash, and then it starts actually getting, like, you know, the consumer regulators and stuff actually start, here, we need to take a look at this stuff, because I don't know if Konami's calculus is that in depth, but yeah, I don't think they're rigged. like for instance, EA disclose what your percentage chances of getting each rarity of a card is. So you get like a 10% chance at a Team of the Year card or whatever in the pack. That's accurate, but they don't tell you like in the pack if you get a Team of the Year, are you gonna get like Team of the Year Vinicius or like Carvajal? So, like just using FIFA as an example, like that part inside of getting a Team of the Year is probably rigged heavily, but no, actually getting a Team of the Year, they're up front with it. Now I used to really think that first week boost was a thing. Like I used to swear by it. Like I would. It's mostly stuff like when you play a through ball and the defender doesn't intercept, they let it through, or like it's just the way the ball bounces back to your feet and stuff. I used to always notice that for the first week players. Nowadays I'm not that convinced about first week boost, so it probably was placebo. But then again, I don't really try as many new cards as I used to. The see things I don't notice these, like I don't notice when people say, oh, the gameplay changes every Thursday, and oh, the gameplay was really bad today and good today. Like I might notice that once every month, but that's not down to them changing it. That's just down to my connection being a bit dodgy that day, probably. Like I'm not really a believer in all that. I'll turn the game sound on as well. Yeah, like I think there is DDA, but like I actually think the DDA in this game is pretty fair. As weird as it sounds, I think it just like what they're trying to do is recreate the tension of a real match. So if you're winning 2-0 in the 80th minute and you concede, like your players, it's not necessarily that your players are going to play bad. It's like your opponent's team is going to push up more and squeeze the pitch and stuff. Like I do notice that. Yeah, I think I remember you saying Rails was always placebo. But like it wasn't, I wouldn't say first week boost for just like normal finishing and stuff. It was when I would see animations that I don't see. Like it would be like same way like Baggio and Maradona are insane dribblers. Like they do some things that like other players don't do. When I got Cantona the first week, he was doing it as well. Like his first touch was just better than his stats should be, and it was better then than it is now, or at least that's my perception. What's up, Buzz? Van Dijk build, I can show you after the game, bro. I wouldn't say tampering. Nah, that's not illegal, Christo, because that's like saying they can't ever update the game. Like nah, they don't have to notify the consumers. Like okay, there is a way it can be, I don't know about illegal, but like there's a way it can be done that's completely fine, legally and arguably ethically. If we just take Suarez here as an example, let's say I scored a crazy rising shot with him yesterday. Actually, I wonder if I still have the clip. Okay, let's say you just score a really crazy long shot with Suarez, okay? Like, it's really good. And these are his stats: 96 finish and 93 kick and power. If they want to nerf Suarez, they don't have to reduce Suarez's stats. They just have to make it so that shot that previously went in on 93 kick and power now necessitates 95 kick and power. I think Thuram has I think Thuram has a new booster called Feeling or something. I think it was like a good one. It looked like aggression, speed, acceleration, and maybe tackling. Yeah, I think if you're playing this game to play football, I don't know, man. This doesn't feel like football to me at all. This is just spamming 1-2s. I mean, look, if you're playing at a low division, it can be, but like, even if, like, I used to always just play possession. Like, it was all I only played possession. You just can't do it now. It's just not working. Yeah, I actually feel a difference in the arrows. Yeah. Like, you know, I wouldn't be able to... Yeah, you wouldn't be able to blindfold me and then give me the controller, and I wouldn't be able to say with 100% certainty this guy's on an up arrow. But I do think I'd be pretty accurate with it. I mean, it could be a good way of testing it. Just don't look at the squad screen before the game and then play and then guess. I probably haven't used the down arrow in any football because I have Legends, but back in PES, if you use the player with a down arrow, you noticed it. You 100% noticed it. But I don't think there's any reason to think the arrows don't work, because they used to show us the boosts that the arrows gave a while ago in the menu. But they changed the UI so it doesn't show it anymore, but they did used to show it. Yeah, I prefer FIFA gameplay to this now. What's up, Sid? Yeah, but I doubt anything's going to change. Apparently, there's a big update for UFL coming out next month. They said they're aiming for the end of March. I tried to take a touch inside, then hit an outside further. But I think you can. I think they've tested the arrows though, because I think the way they test it is the penalty shootout. When you take a penalty, you have the little circle that tells you, and then the amount of pixels that the circle is indicates the stats. Like, look, they definitely work, because that Amadeus guy who tests everything, like, that wouldn't... He would have noticed that, and I'm pretty sure he checks that every update as well. Like that specific test, he does the penalty every update to see if anything's changed. But they had them working for the first few weeks of this game, Nez, and then they buffed the AI defending. Like Van Nistelrooy was the best player for me at the start of eFootball 25. He was my best player. And it felt so good to play a football. Like, when you play a football game and you can actually have a pure poacher like that, it's a good feeling. And it's not that Van Nistelrooy's gotten worse, it's just defenders have gotten better. So there's no point taking a really high finishing player if you can get a player that's faster, better dribbling, stronger as well. They hit 1-2s. When was this done as? Because I wouldn't know what numbers the updates are, like 4 point whatever. I don't know what they are. I just kind of remember time periods. Didn't you have Romario? No, that was on someone else's account. Thomas. Someone let me log into their account to use them. With the way I looked in field. I mean, look, eFootball 23 was a good game. And most of eFootball 24 was a good game as well. Not as good as eFootball 23 though. Yeah, if you already have Thuram, this pack on Monday isn't going to be worth it, I don't think. Yeah, like in eFootball 24 and 23, like Messi would be free here. Like it used to be with the old physical system that there'd be a physical engagement and then there'd be a winner. But now it's like a system where like your player is just stuck, like they just stay in the engagement. Like, does Messi really have to come across there and shield? Like here, yeah, I'm not noticing like, yeah, but like why does he have to come across there? Like Rels, okay, Rels has a choice to dribble in a straight line here, right? Because I know there's going to be some people saying he has to shield the ball. The defender's coming in to tackle. But if Rels is playing with the arrow indicator, we would get a better idea. Rels could take a touch to the left here if he wanted. I mean, no, he can't start. He can't actually do it. The game's going to stick him. Well, if he wants to evade number 3 there, I think it's Fonzie. If he wants to evade him, he can either do what he does and shield the ball, or he can take a touch to the left. But with the way the physical works, if he tries to take a touch to the left, it won't listen to his input. It'll stick him in this shield animation. See, actually, how he did take a touch to the left, but it did it after the shield. You can see he actually did try to do it. What's up, Yanarchy? Can't put your finger on it. Okay, the form's pretty good in the strikers. Another 5 at the back, man. That's 2 in a row we now. I'm playing a couple yesterday as well. Why is everyone's using 5 at the back? But like, why? Defending's easy. You really need an extra defender. Okay, what are we saying for the team in the sub tactic? Yeah, Tomiyasu. Well, I don't think Tomiyasu would be as good as Thuram, but he is very good. Version 3.31. And maybe we might watch this on the stream after this game. For 30th of January 2024. So. Zico, you beauty. That's so clean. Alright, there's 5 of the there's 5 of the back tactic is useless now. Once if he goes to go behind, he knows there's no hope. Okay, let me pull up this Barry video. I'll watch this. So this is a video of a patch that came out around a year ago. The video was uploaded January 20th or January 30th.
What's the crack, lads? Welcome back to the
So,
channel.
Actually, just to give context, I don't remember this specific patch, but I do remember the next patch. I actually made a video on the next patch. We need to talk about the new patch. Yeah, so I made a video on this patch talking about how they buffed AI defending and stuff. And I remember in this video, I think I'm pretty sure I say like at the first few days I didn't notice anything. And it's not that I didn't notice it, but I'm always someone who doesn't like to blame the game. If I'm struggling to attack, I'm not gonna say, oh, the game's changed. They both defended. I'm gonna assume I'm playing bad first. But after a few days, like it became clear to me, like, yeah, obviously they They changed it. So let's watch this. See, Nez says it looks better.
3.3, is it the exact same or has it changed a bit? It's very polarizing at the moment. I'm going to go through pace, passing, dribbling, physicality, and nets and talk about a couple of different tweaks to the overall gameplay. Is it any different? Let's find out. And as ever, get in touch in the comments below and let me know your impressions and thoughts.
Like this
So I'm going to start with pace, boys, and get into the overall speed of the game. Am I tripping, or do these clips look like there's been a slight tweak to when you get a little bit of room from your opponent that they don't really catch you? Now you might have a look at these clips and say, yeah, but Salah should never, be caught by a defender like this. But it was actually happening with a little bit more regular. Never, be caught by opponents that they don't really catch you. Now you might slight tweak to when you get a
like, I think at the moment, if you wanted to stay clear of Shumeni there, you have the sharp touch. Straight sprinting, you're only going to be ahead for a
little bit of room from your opponents that they don't really catch you. Now you might have a look at these clips and say, yeah, but Salah should never, be caught by a defender like this. But it was actually happening with a little bit more regularity before v3.3. Again, I honestly don't know, am I tripping or not? Get in touch in the comments below. Here's a noticeable one here that when we just take it here, we just leave him for dead. And then also the cutting in. When you seem to cut in now, there seems to be a little bit more acceleration.
I actually remember.
Here's a noticeable.
Like in the there was old patches where if you cut in here,
we just leave him for dead.
You see how the defense drops and gives you space to run into. Now I feel like the defense is like, I don't know if the defense might still drop, but I think the midfielders come back quicker or something. I feel like this cutting into space here. Oh, is this notification? Dimitri, thank you for the membership, bro. Oh, by the way, sorry, I won't be able to read your chats, but I can pull it up on the phone, actually. I can pull up the stream on the phone. What's up, Lee? What's up, bud? Yeah, this would have been one of my first videos to kind of like, this is my first discussion video, really, this patch. And the thumbnails, man, Yanarchy, man, some of these thumbnails are sick. Yeah, I remember the R9 Martinelli. This Inzaghi one looks really cool. The one where I lost like 5-0 or something against Eldridge. The Roomy from Wish about. These are cold thumbnails though. These ones look. You can tell I made these ones. Like, I'm looking at this one now. Yeah, when I made this Schmeichel thumbnail, I was so proud of that. I was like, yeah, it's not great, but it's something. Man, look, why are they floating? Why are they floating in the air? There's no need for them to be floating. Like Yanarchy just messaged me. He was like, "Bro, love your channel, but you need new thumbnails." And he was like, "I'll do them for you." He's like, and I was like, "How much you charge?" He's like, "No, I'll do them for free. Like, they're that bad. I'll do them for free." And I was like, "No, I'll have to pay for them." And let me just get the chat up on my phone so I can read it while we're watching this Barry video. They removed the goal scorers menu. I didn't know that. So I have these on the phone now.
And then also the cutting in. When you seem to cut in now, there seems to be a little bit more acceleration. It seems to be about 5%, which can be considered placebo a lot of the times, depending on who you're running with, when they're running, how much stamina that they have. But it was not unusual before v3.3 for you to be caught in these straight lines. Again, you'll see here the distance that you cover when you give a true ball, when you're running onto the ball. You can see it here. And these players that I'm using are not like 100 speed, 100 acceleration overall. But the cutting angle...
Yeah, like I think this clip with Neymar here...
onto the ball.
Oh, it's not even Neymar, it's Bin Bin.
See it here.
And actually, Lou Bin Bin was in Barry's chat earlier. I was watching Barry earlier. Just running a straight line like this and stay away from the defender, I think it kind of is possible now, but you need Gareth Bale or something. Like, but it's hard to kind of compare though, because he's using Bin Bin, who now definitely would be able to do that, but at the time, like, might not have been, I don't know who he is really, but might not have been as slow. And Calvin Phillips isn't a great card anyway. He's not catching up. He's not catching up. Should you want me to slow it down again? I can't watch videos at 1 speed, man. It does my head in.
Overall. But the cutting angled kind of runs
sounds like slow-mo to me.
Tweaked a tiny bit. As I said, I don't know, am I 100% kind of right even in
nah,
this?
Barry, you're 100% right. You always are.
There. We're also going to talk about dribbling. So this kind of falls into something that I feel I have tested massively. Like I've tested this. We're going to see some similar clips of tight turns,
Bro
tight
is a
cut-ins.
researcher.
I think the game has given a little bit more freedom within tight position and tight positions and tight possessions. Like you can see here with the little dribbles. Now, obviously,
Okay, yeah, look at the way
ignoring
he's
bad
turning, man. That's not
positions and tight. I think
like,
the game has given a little bit more freedom within tight position and tight
yeah, he's turning
positions
quick there
and
with the
tight
left
possessions.
stick.
Like you can see here with the little dribbles. Now, obviously,
You
ignoring
can't,
the bad
yeah, you can't
defenders
turn like that at the moment.
and tight possessions.
feel like
you
your
can see
player-
here with the little dribbles.
Is he sprinting?
Now,
I can't even
obviously,
tell if he's sprinting or
ignoring the
not.
bad defending from the opponent, that's going to be something that's pointed out in the comments, and rightly so. But it's this kind of like tight left stick dribbling with the R1 or your special controls, whatever button on your bumper that you don't use for sprint. So I use
So it's
R2
the
to sprint.
okay. So he isn't sprinting. He's talking about special controls. It's not. It wasn't. It was never a thing. It was always placebo. But that's mad that that's just left stick dribbling. Because if we go into the game now and I just left stick dribble, like look how much slower it's gonna be. Like that honestly looked like sprint a little bit to me. I couldn't tell. Whereas if you compare it to now, like look at the difference. Surely he was pressing something in that. I know he's saying he's pressing special controls, but never did it. That's a mad difference.
From the opponent, that's going to be something that's pointed out in the comments, and rightly so. But it's this kind of like tight left stick dribbling with the R1 or your special
You
controls,
might like
whatever
the kit,
button
you
on your
don't know.
bumper that you don't use for sprint. So I use R2 to sprint. That is going to be the difference here with R1, and then taking your hand off it, putting on the R1 again, left stick dribbling. There's a lot to like about that. Again, with the turns here, little sharp turn. Beautiful double touches.
I think that turn
you
you can still do,
and the
like, with
responsiveness
Messi.
in those tight positions. Now, this one definitely I feel
Pacing
is
that
dependent on
pass.
how you
Oh,
play.
Russian
And
just
I
got it
feel
back
like
to
that
you.
if you do a lot of tight dribbling in the box and you come up against
Yeah,
a guy
like
that's a good
I think
is dependent on how you play. And I feel
just if we slow this down, like just the way he's able to turn to Messi here at the moment, if you want to do this, I feel like
if you do a lot of tight,
I don't know, like
this one definitely
is it that the dribbling's more
I
responsive or is it his
feel
opponent is terrible?
is dependent on how you play.
He's definitely on
and
kit
I
now.
feel like that if you do a
Like
lot
look at his
of
defender,
tight
man. He's sprinting out with
dribbling in the
Marquinhos. So I don't know
box,
if it's a good
and you come up
example.
against a guy that's a good defender, a lot of this
Good
stuff
job.
doesn't really come into it. But I do feel that they've also probably just opened it up a little bit more
But like,
in these tight
is his opponent a bad defender or is his opponent someone that you play now and defends perfectly because the AI does it for him? You know what I mean?
pockets of space. The freedom still isn't where I would want it to be in the box. Like you'll see here with Messi, this guy just can't defend my position in here because I'm just in the perfect spot that when I pick the ball up here in this position, it's a one-on-one, which just give him a little cheeky like 360 and then straight into the double touch before he can react. You know, so I do feel like that's kind of something that's always been in the game. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, that's brand new feature in V3.3, but it's more so in the tight positions here that when you like take those little touches and they're gone, and then it's that mixture of taking it out in the wide play and being able to cut inside with has been in the game.
Yeah, like,
I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, that's brand
I
new
don't
feature
think
in
you can go outside
V3.3.
here.
But
Like
it's
the only
more
reason you're going to be able to dribble on the outside here like this, if you play someone now, is if they just don't use matchup.
so in the tight positions here that when you like
As if
take
he's
those
using
little
second
touches
man
and they're gone,
press.
and then it's that mixture of taking it out in the wide play and being able to cut inside with little tiny.
But I wonder
left
if
foot stick
second man
dribbling.
press would shut
And
you
this is
down as
all
well.
left stick dribbling, lads. There's nothing major about this, and I'm using a player that a lot of you guys might
Nah,
not
look
know.
at how much. You need to get this on 1 time speed because look at how much faster he is moving.
Dribbling, lads. There's nothing major about this, and I'm using a player
Apparently
that a
this
lot
is
of you
left stick
guys
dribbling.
might not know. But he's a cult hero on the channel.
There's
But if you
definitely
check his
sprints in
stats,
there. There's
he
definitely
doesn't
sprints
have
in there. Like that's
amazing
sprint,
dribbling.
sprint.
Like he doesn't have
Left stick, left
like
stick,
what
left
you
stick.
would consider
Sprint,
Neymar-esque
left stick,
dribbling
left
and
stick.
tricks.
Sprint,
But he's
sprint.
able to hold the ball. He's able to cut in. He's able to.
I know. I
cross
wish
the ball
you
there
had the
where
little
he wants
circle
it.
on.
And
so you
the
can see
most
better.
notable thing that I found is in these pockets of space, these tiny little pockets of space. The game was always free enough in these areas, but it's more that when you get into the box here, that the game kind of clogged up a bit. Now we're just going to cut in here. We're going to do a lovely little shot there. It just seems
Yeah,
a
I
little
miss
bit
this as well because this is when I used to play the game, and not care about the lack of content. Like I just didn't care because the gameplay was so good. But like I could literally play 20 matches a day and just have fun creating goals. Like it was always just about creating goals. And that was the fun of it.
more fluid.
Whereas now when you're playing this like spammy 1-2 stuff, it's like there's no creativity really. So you'd want to be doing it for a good reason.
Like that's
There
what
really
I would
isn't much
call it.
good reason at
Dribbling
the moment.
fluidity. Am I wrong? I don't know. Again, I'm looking for your opinions on it because you can pick clips
Have
and
some
make it show
confidence in what
whatever
you're
that
saying,
you
Barry.
want. But these
You're
are just
speaking
raw
facts.
clips that I'm showing
Cold.
while we were streaming.
Cold.
They're not cherry picked. These are just raw clips that
That
I'm
is sick.
showing while we were streaming.
But like, I wonder
Um,
if he hit that skill move
that
now,
you
does
want.
the defender just match up and
But these are just raw
block it?
clips that I'm showing while we were streaming. They're not cherry picked clips, if you know what I mean. We also need to talk about passing.
the arbitrary pick though?
since
That was all against that Rangers
V3.3,
fan.
I have switched from playing on a level 3 pass assist to the least pass assist, which is a level 2 pass assist to level 3. So it kind of opens up a lot of these passes where you'll see that they seem to have made a slight variation that if you don't manually defend, the defenders, I don't think they've improved the passing. They definitely haven't nerfed level 1 or, ping pong style passing with the one touches and stuff, which are still very easy to do. But I do feel like what they've done is they've kind of.
Oh, by the way, this is
switched
what
up
I'm talking about earlier about nerfing
stuff,
cards.
which are still very nerfed level 1 or.
This is what I'm talking about earlier about
ping-pong
nerfing
style
cards.
passing.
Like, just Mario's stats are the exact same now as they were back then.
The one touches and
But
stuff.
if you use this old version of Mario,
which are
like
still
you're not
very easy
scoring
to
that
do.
on the
But I
left
do
foot.
feel like what
It's
they've
not
done
happening.
is they've kind of switched up and tweaked
They adjust
the way that the
the
defenders
values of, like,
react to the
stats.
flight of the ball. That there seems to be a little bit more kind of freedom between where the ball actually goes and where it ends up. Like that pass, in fairness, wasn't really, it wasn't really that much possible. Like, or here, where he's running in a straight track, I cut in, and this is another one. This pass here.
Yeah, this pass
obviously
is
the pass
so
assistance is
easy
gonna
and
make a
obvious, and
difference
then
to
just the
that.
game doesn't let
But
you
there's
do
a
it.
lot of clips here that you can see,
It just doesn't let
especially
you do
this
it.
one here with Cruyff. We're kind of
Because
splitting it.
If you do this pass
But
now,
there's a lot of clips here that you can see.
it's not gonna take that path. It's gonna go closer to number 14 there, and 14 is gonna run out and get it.
Especially
Like, as in, like, the way passing works is dependent on how defending is. Like, the path the pass takes is calculated by the defender's interceptions. If the defender has high interceptions, then it change the way the ball moves. And at the moment, like, the interceptions are so strong that it's gonna say to that pass, Cruyff, you just couldn't find Salah. You're bad at passing. Down to 14 here.
this one here with Cruyff. We're kind of splitting it through.
And obviously, like, someone could get a clip of hitting a pass like that nowadays, but we're talking about in general. Like, if you do it 10 times, what's the likelihood of it actually getting through like that?
Defenders. Now, you can obviously talk about the defensive weakness there, the defensive AI behavior. He should stick out his
Yeah,
leg.
I just
Get
think it
that,
feels
but
better on
That's just
PS4.
kind of a bigger issue with the game, so to speak, with the way the defenders behave. Sometimes they'll block everything, sometimes they'll block
But I
nothing.
talk about freedom as well. Like, Nez, like, all
so-
I'm like, that's why I'm liking EAFC at the moment, because I can create different types of goals. Whereas in this game, I do feel like I'm pretty repetitive.
So I do feel like that the passing is very dependent. Like that pass
Like
there.
that pass
like
there,
those-
man. I just said the exact same thing as him. Exact same thing as him. But
So
wait,
I do
let me get rid of the captions, alright? Look at it. Look at his winger, alright?
feel like that the
I don't care if you have Usain Bolt on the left wing here. If he starts off behind the fullback in the current game, and you've got Kevin De Bruyne playing this pass, there's just no hope the player's gonna be able to wait it for, like, good enough to get the player on the wing in behind. Like, you can't pass it into space.
passing is very dependent. Like that pass there. Like those
Like, that pass should be on way more, and then if you want to
so
intercept it,
I do feel
once that's loaded up,
behave. Sometimes
that's
they'll
loaded
block
up, you have to
everything,
switch it to your
sometimes they'll
fullback.
block nothing. So I do feel like that the passing is very dependent. Like that pass there, like those type of passes, I don't think were as prevalent or prevalent in before V3.3. Again, it's a tiny little tweak. This pass here again, when we go through, watch this pass that you're going to do. I'm just going to, like, take it on the wide flank. We're going to wait for the runners. We're going to cut in, and then we're going to pick our pass, and then we're going to do our little 1-2 in around the back and a finish. Just kind of adds to the fluidity of it. But I do feel that if you have probably played with level 1 pass assist all the time, that you can, you probably mightn't notice it as much. We're also going to talk about the physicality. So, as I said earlier, lads, it's easy to pick clips and cherry pick it and say, like, oh yeah, look at this different, and or else pick clips and say, no, this is the very same. The gameplay will allow you to do both. As I've tried to do here is try to give different, just kind of movements.
Like, look
That's what
there,
it's
man.
about.
If
Like,
you were
little
playing right
movements,
now,
like, is try to
this is a perfect example of the clip Rails just sent us.
give different.
He turns around
just kind
and he gets past
of
Busquets
movements,
and he's
that's
free
what
for a
it's about.
shot.
you know, I've tried to.
If you do that now, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna dribble past Busquets. Sorry, one sec. And then once you've dribbled past them, you're gonna get stuck on the defenders, and you won't be able to get free. Like, you're just gonna get stuck like this, and then bogged down. Like that's a massive difference. And like I said it when eFootball 25 came out, like this new physical system, it just major nerf to dribbling. And it's also at the start of the game, everyone was saying how high physical contact players are good, and I was like the only one I think saying they're actually bad because it actually forces your player into engagements like this. Like, it doesn't matter if you can hold off the defender and not get pushed over. You can't release the ball. Like, you can't shoot or pass. So you don't even need high physical because you're just gonna get stuck either way. The only difference is you don't fall over.
To do here is try to give different
made some bad decisions in this game.
Just kind of movements. That's what it's about. Like little movements like that, and being able to kind of see how the players that react. Now, this is one big thing that I noticed. Now, since the time of recording these clips, I think this has kind of reverted back a little bit. So definitely let me know in the comments below. When these kind of runs before, the player would usually leave his leg out. Now, this is a great example here where I'm running 50-50 and I'm actually sandwiching this player who's got low energy and low stamina, and he still holds his own. I can't actually trigger that animation for him to put his leg out. Again, another sharp touch there with Salah, where I just roll him off the shoulder
that is so smooth.
with that little flick there with the left
so
foot.
Quick.
Tight dribbling combined with the physicality. Again, with Neymar, Neymar's not the strongest player. You're going to burst past here and just go straight in a straight line. And even though I'm caught up, I'm still able to kind of keep that distance.
You used to be able to hold L2 or whatever line in this situation to shield. Like, you could choose to shield, and what it would do is you would lean into Tchouaméni, kind of let the ball go in front of you, and then that would slow Tchouaméni down. Then you'd be free to go back for the ball and dribble in.
I'm caught up. I'm
like,
still able.
If you look at real life, Hazard is like the perfect example of that. Like, he's not a strong person, but he knew how to position his body so well that effectively he had like really good shielding, despite not being strong or would have high physical contact in the game.
Keep that distance between the opponent's defender and the ball. So I do feel that
is Matt, like you're saying in the comments there, that Bully Messi has been bad despite extremely high physical contact. I uploaded a video a few months ago saying like the best players I've ever used in eFootball, and I'm pretty sure that Bully Messi got number 1, or it was Maradona. I can't remember. I can't remember who won it exactly, but it was one of them. And then when eFootball 25 came out, everyone was like, "Oh, new physical contact. Oh, this Bully Messi's so good now. He's the best player in the game now." And I was like, he's actually way worse now because he keeps getting stuck into these physical battles and it slows him down. So, like, I think when you're reading the comments on YouTube, Twitter, or wherever you're reading them, a lot of people that comment on this game, like, there's nothing wrong with it, but they don't really know what they're talking about a lot of the time. Like, I mean, the amount of people that come in and say, like, come into my stream and say, "Oh, why is your I don't know, these overalls are pretty high, but like, why is your player 98 rated? My one's 103. Like, you're a noob, mine's better." And it's like, bro, it's just not how it works. That's actually Pez Pepe did a video on this the other day. A lot of people who just don't know what to talk about, and I think Konami listen to them a lot more than they listen to us, unfortunately. But like, probably what they should do. They want to run a business. That is what they're doing at the end of the day.
As well. These are all minuscule changes. Honestly, they are minuscule changes. You still have the issue there where that is a stonewall penalty, in my opinion, and the collision system just doesn't trigger it. So it's not like that has changed too much.
Get the
that
ball?
Is, opinion.
You got the ball, I don't know.
All. So I do feel that is slightly changed as well. These are all minuscule changes. Honestly, they are minuscule changes. You still have the issue there where that is a stonewall penalty, in my opinion, and the collision system just doesn't trigger it. So it's not like that has changed too much. That is still a huge issue that needs to be worked on. The collisions in general, I think, are the poorest they've been in a long, long time. Now, when you talk about the collisions...
Here's another example. That pass is definitely getting intercepted at the moment. Number 3 is definitely getting that. Like, this guy's not even... Like, he's not controlling the defender, so... At the moment, it'll let it go through. He would, if he's playing right now, he wouldn't even have to be controlling number 3 there.
Long
would just intercept the
Now, when you talk about the collisions, if somebody fouls you or they do a shoulder charge or anything like that, it obviously is manual defending. And I do think that if you are a high-level manual defender, you won't notice a lot of this stuff. If you're coming up against a guy that knows how to manually defend, manually trigger defensive animations and stuff like that, I feel like a lot of this stuff is placebo. But I do feel that there is a kind of a slightly different, varied play to the game. And I was kind of struggling what to do on this video because changes. And then on the other side, I know a lot of people that have commented on the live streams and watched the videos.
The next and the goal. Okay, like I don't really care about that.
Tweaked patch notes. So lads, that is it for this V3.
Man, he's wearing the Strike Arena. That's the Strike Arena jacket. He's wearing the Strike Arena jacket. Let me get Strike Arena up. Taking forever to load. Look at him. That's literally Barry. When are we getting Barry in this? A Barry DLC, man. I'd be there for that. I'll be there for a Barry DLC in Strike Arena. But anyway, good video, and I think it does clearly show. It just does show a big difference. It's mainly defensive AI. I think, like most of the problems are around defensive AI. But I do think like the game definitely was better back then, and the biggest disappointment is it's intentional changes from Konami. It's not like they tried to improve the game and it's just turned out worse. Like they've specifically made AI defending stronger for multiple reasons. You know, help lower rated players and also get higher rated players frustrated to spend. So it's clearly intentional. But I wouldn't expect it to change myself realistically. War nostalgia for you. When are you ever gonna wake up on the right side of the bed, Rico? When are you ever gonna wake up on the right side of the bed? Yeah, I was saying this the other day, Mythic. Like it is weird that we don't have the managers on the touchline, considering you're paying for them. Like in FIFA, you can't even pay for managers, and they're on the sideline. When I pack Future Stars Cruyff for my 90x4, oh, I think we won't be able to get it like today easily, will we? We'd have to play 10 friendlies games, unless we cheese it. Actually, we can cheese that, Rico. If you wanna cheese that with me later, we can do it. Do you think I should upload that as a video, by the way, that like reaction? I just titled it like, was he football better a year ago? Like, do you think that's worth watching? No, Rico, I think you can, because that objective changed to rush squad battles and friendlies for the last couple of weeks. If it says live friendlies, then we can't, okay. I assume it's live friendlies. We'll see though. I'll be streaming EAFC later. It definitely is, Matt. Matt, I played a game yesterday of FIFA on stream and it ended 0-0, and I said like, this is the first 0-0 game I've had since December. Because I never really have 0-0s in this game either though. Also, do we prefer today's music? Let me put a poll up. Definitely chiller. Hello, XC. Also, Rel, send me a picture of your team right now, actually, will you? I want to show the chat. If like there'll be people who don't play EAFC and kind of want to know how pay to win it is. I think showing your team would be a good demonstration of what type of team you can get in a month, maybe 2 months now. No, look, we have to get this boycott nonsense straight, alright? Boz is right saying the answer is to stop buying packs, and Nez is right saying if I stop spending, the community won't. Like, at the end of the day, you have to just make the decision for yourself. Do you like this game? Do you want to spend money on it? You can't stop spending out of spite and protest, because then you're gonna cave eventually. It's an empty threat, like if you're frustrated with this game, Konami have you right where they want you. Frustration with the game is exactly where they want you, because you're very engaged and you're invested. What they don't want you is to be apathetic and like, I don't even care about this game. That's when they've lost you. Like that's where they've lost you. Wrong player, should win Zico. Neymar! Ooh. No, there's no boycott currently, but I'm just saying like it'll never work because it doesn't even make sense. Like, a one-day boycott isn't... A one-day boycott is more of a warning signal than something that's actually going to cause change. Like, a boycott is supposed to be something that's persistent. And if you don't have any specific demands, like, it's not gonna... never change, because if everyone started boycotting, all they have to do in 2 weeks is release a really good value pack. Like this, you know the way they release Gareth Bale in 250 player pack? They can just do the opposite. They can just release Ronaldinho in a 50 player pack. And then everyone's back spending again. Because fundamentally, they want to keep spending. And they don't have specific demands, so... like, they don't know what to hold out until. Like, I'm pretty sure Spoonie himself said this is like more of a... It's about kind of sending a message of dissatisfaction. But then there's people in the comments thinking this is actually going to change something. It's like, it's definitely not. Like, no worries, Paul. Thanks for dropping in, bro. I appreciate that. I haven't been streaming much myself anyway, Paul, so... yeah, I haven't been missing a crazy amount. That's nice to hear, bro. Thanks. Thank you. Why would they make gameplay worse? The reason they make gameplay worse is because you used to enjoy eFootball 23 and used to have fun, you used to win a lot. And now, whenever you play, you can't play the same way you did before. You start losing more games, and you're frustrated, and you're thinking, what's changed? Like, why can't I play the same way I used to? I guess I need to get all these new cards that came out. They're way higher rated now. If I want to get that experience back, I need to spend money. Like, I'm telling you, this isn't just theories I've pulled out of my arse. This is what I studied in my final project in university, like. Microtransaction spending. This is how pay to win. That's the pay to win experience. Like, if you think of Candy Crush, man, or Candy Crush or Clash of Clans, when you're purchasing stuff in that game, you're purchasing to play less. You're purchasing to progress. You can say. Wow. Sorry, my dad's. I got Jack Daniels for Christmas like 3 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, and I never drank it. And my dad was asking if we gonna give it away or not. I don't like, I don't like rum. Actually, no, I like Captain Morgan's, but I don't like any whiskeys or rums anymore. That makes me sick. I do like Captain Morgan still though. So I'm happy to give it away. Oh, that was beautiful, Neymar. That was beautiful. Like I didn't open the Bale pack out of principle, but it was mostly because it was the first one. But since the community's lapped it up, like it's gonna happen again. So I don't have the same objections because like it's a proven strategy. Like it's not that I didn't buy it out of principle. I just didn't think it was worth the money. Realistically, like €250 for Gareth Bale. Although we were saying on the FIFA stream yesterday, if you got offered at the start of FIFA, you can buy the game and you get an account with R9 loaded in it. How much would you pay for it? I'd pay 500. You can see a reset in the near future. I don't think there's gonna be a reset. Like a reset only happens if this game like properly dies, I think. Like I think Hassan isn't in the stream today. He's usually divulges us with these stats. He tells us how many people are playing on Steam. But I think Steam usually has about 12 to 15,000 players on it at a time, and that's the highest it's ever been. Like, not like a all-time peak, but a all-time high average. Like the game's doing better than ever. Like, that needs to go down to like 8 or 9,000 players before a reset happens, I think. Yeah, I'd pay €500 for R9. If you get me at the start of the year a FIFA account with R9 on it, I'd pay 500. Like it's like people are complaining that the GTA 6 might cost €100. I don't know why people are complaining. Like, why is €60 or whatever the limit for a video game? You get like thousands of hours of enjoyment out of it. Like I don't know how much I've spent on this game, but it probably is only costing me like 5 cents an hour if you add up all my. It might be less than that. If I played 4,000, if I played, let's say, 3,500 hours. Okay, it wouldn't be 5 cents an hour. It would be like 40 cents an hour, probably, would it? Play this game. Yeah, I think the PlayStation's like 500 or 600. Like if you can't justify €100, that's fair enough. But there's people saying it's an outrage that a video game could cost €100. I don't know. I think it's not that unreasonable to me, especially when it's a video game like GTA 6. No worries, Mod. We'll probably be on the FIFA channel in 30 minutes. Go balls, Eco. Yeah, but I much preferred like PES 15 and PES 16 and all still had coins and stuff. But you could, if you grinded, you could get all the players. So it used to be, it's kind of fun to think 10 years ago it was still the same thing. It'd be a weekly pack, but you could clear it with GP as well. So what you would do is you would just grind GP and you'd get GP for every game you played, and then you would just wait until there was a certain player in the pack you wanted, and then spend all your GP and clear the pack. Yeah, appreciate it, Kaka. Glad you found it funny. Yeah, but I don't know. I think if I think if other games are gonna, other companies are gonna do it, and you're worried about it, just don't buy the game. You know what I mean? Like you can't be forced to buy a video game. Like the only things you can actually complain about high prices are food, housing, utilities, like, you know, insurance, stuff like that. Stuff that you need to survive or you need to function. You can't complain about a video game being too expensive, as a moral outrage. You can complain about the price, say it's too expensive, but that means you just don't buy it. It doesn't mean you've been. It doesn't mean you've been like, what would the word for that be? Like you haven't been harmed. If the price of GTA 6 is €100, you haven't been harmed. Now, if the price of insurance goes up 50%, you have been harmed, because you probably, I mean, in Ireland anyway, you have to have. Is that the same in every country? You have to have car insurance. Like you don't have a choice. Like yeah, you're harmed. You're bound to buy it. Like you're forced to buy it, and the price goes up. And then if these other games that shouldn't be worth €100 start charging 100, like, just don't buy it, and then they'll have to put the price down, or you will buy it and then you realize actually no, this is worth €100 to me. That's the way I look at it. Man, what is happening here? This is scrappy. It should be a thing, but I don't know if Konami care. Yanarchy. Like honestly, just look at the game, and look what's come out. Do you think they give a shit about this game? No, I'm not saying people aren't allowed to criticize the price, but I'm saying there's people who think it's like it's it's immoral for Rockstar to think they can charge €100 like. But what I'm saying is, if you think it's so bad that it's costing €100 to buy GTA 6 and then you end up buying it, what are you complaining about? I don't understand it. Yeah, but I don't think there's anything wrong with like Rico. I don't think there's anything morally wrong with what Konami are. Well, actually, I don't think there's anything morally wrong with the prices they set. There is a morality issue with the fact that children can spend on the game, and there's no safeguards for that. But like you can charge whatever you want. Your FC squads. I didn't get the notification. You have a picture there. So yeah, this is the squad Rels has on FIFA, and he only started playing maybe a week after Christmas, was it? And I use Neymar in this formation instead of Zico. Definitely, bro. Neymar's probably better, to be honest. Like, look, I think most games are completely overpriced as they are anyway, Rico. Like, new Assassin's Creed comes out for €70. Like, completely overpriced. I do not think you can just charge whatever you want. Okay, I might have misspoke a little bit there. Like, well, there's laws behind this. I don't know what the term is. Essentially, when you price something, it has to be correlated to the expected value of it. Like if you have an iPhone that's shit, hit my mic. I can't remember what the word is, but if you have an iPhone that sells for 1,000 and then someone else makes a phone that's just completely shit and they also charge 1,000, the consumer, depending on the country, the consumer regulation whatever board would say you can't price it for 1,000. Like it's a completely different level of product. Like the only people who would buy this are people who are completely uninformed on what this is. I don't think that's the case when you're charging €100 for a AAA video game, though. Games are not regulated like that at all. They probably are though in Ireland. Like I assume if a video game was to start charging for €1,000, it wouldn't be allowed. I don't know. Thank you, Dimitri. 5 gifted. Look, I'll be able to afford GTA 6. No bother, don't worry. Dimitri's making sure of that. Who did it give it to though? It didn't say. Usually it says who it gives it to. Not showing up on my screen. Oh, there we go. Coming in now. On my team, it's Van Dijk. I can't remember what the name of that term is, where you can't just charge whatever you want. if it doesn't have crossplay. It's definitely like not. You're definitely not allowed. Let's say you have a PC building website. You have like a top of the range PC for 4,000 or whatever. You're definitely not allowed to also sell a PC with really shitty parts at the same price. Like if someone makes a complaint, that'll be investigated, and then they'll probably have to pay a fine. Thing is though, you're American. That might not be the case in America. In America, you're probably allowed. You probably are literally allowed to charge whatever you want. Or it probably depends on the state. I mean, there's a perfect example, Yanarchy, of them clearly not giving a fuck. Like, they don't even bother updating that. And then when they do, they throw in a player with 2 skills. Chop turn and true passing. It's like, alright, I appreciate the true passing, but I think we need a little bit more than that. Yeah, I think I got Robbie Keane. I got a few legends. I got Robbie Keane, I think Lizarazu, Shay Given, I think I got Collar as well. Yeah, but the reason I made that example is because you can clearly see when something's been charged like way too high. It's harder to demonstrate that with like something like GTA 6. I mean, like in if how many copies of GTA 6? How much did GTA 6 cost to make? Is it 2 billion? And how many units would they sell? Yeah, 2 bill. Alright, what's 2 bill? And I assume they'd sell 15 million units in the first year, like, and then it would go up like 40 after 10 years. So what's 100 multiplied by? We'll say 20 million just to be safe. 2,000, 20,000, 200,000, 2 million, 20 million, 200 million, 2 billion. Wait, that's 2 billion copies. Wow. 200, 2,000, 20,000, 100,000. Ah, that's too many zeros. I can't even count. But look, okay, I think they have to sell 20 million units to make their money back. Yeah, 20 million, why shouldn't it be worth €100? You know? I know they're gonna make all their money on the shark cards. What I'm saying is, if it costs 2 billion to make, like, I don't think charging €100 for it is that unrealistic. What's up, Ron? Well, there won't be 1,000 hours of story mode. How many good quality hours of single player is in GTA 5? I'm not talking about like playing the game a second time. If you play the game like maybe 2 playthroughs, maybe like 1 playthrough where you do a lot of things and you don't do everything, and then another playthrough where you kind of you go a bit more in depth on the side stuff. How many hours? I'd say there's 50 hours of kind of straight story. Like, I don't know how long the story for GTA actually takes, but I think if you spend 50 hours playing single player, you've done a pretty direct playthrough. That'd be a good word for it. like Skyrim, for example, you could. I don't know how long it takes to complete Skyrim, but I'm sure the average person, if they wanted to complete Skyrim quick, probably do it in like 40 hours. But if you do a proper playthrough of Skyrim, you've probably got like 400 hours of really good quality stuff. And then, like, it's only when you go past that you're probably starting to scrape the barrel a little bit. And then you've got multiple playthroughs as well. Yeah, I don't understand GTA Online. I don't. It doesn't seem interesting to me. I used to play it and just do races. I mean, actually, no, the heists and the business stuff looked cool, but I never got into that. I never understood like they're just running around in the RPGs and stuff and jets. The RP looks good, but you can't like have a job. You have to literally be a if you want to play GTA RP, you have to be a streamer and do it for like 8 hours a day. I think the roleplay stuff's kind of cool, man. I'm so bad at the knock-on blitzkriegers. You just create a Sopranos crew. Like I didn't really like GTA 5 that much. I'm not trying to be like different all the time, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest single player anyway. No way we had 80% possession. How have we got 80% possession? I haven't even feel like I've been holding on to the ball. Yeah, I didn't get GTA 5 on release. I got it on the PS4 when it came out on PS4, and I played it. I remember playing it in first person. I'm thinking it was really cool. When the PS4 came out, the two games that kind of made me think like this is like a new generation of consoles was Battlefield 4 and GTA first person. Yeah, they had the Xabi Alonso recently, Rain, didn't they? It's a bit weird. I was just a homeless guy when I... Oh, this... Why has he done that? When I played GTA, I just was like a homeless guy, man. I made my guy like ugly as hell, loads of acne. I bought the cheapest car in the game. It looked like is his name Mater from Cars, the brown truck. I wear one of those like Hawaiian shirts. Why did I shoot? I never got into the whole grinding to get like these Lambos and stuff. Then Zentornos is what they call them, isn't it? Like I remember my friend like trying to get me into it and we were playing a little bit and he was like, yeah, no, if we just do this like I think 600 times, I think the calculation is if we do this 600 times we'll be able to afford a Zentorno. And I'm like, why would we do this? Like, it's not even a real car. What's up with Tor? Yeah, they're both defensive fullback. I still think Thuram is going to be best at right back, but I think Maldini will be better at centre back than left back. Yeah, and it looks like I assume GTA 6 is supposed to be another 10-year game, but like it's kind of weird. Like we've got all these AI language models, which could really improve AI, but I don't think they're being implemented into games yet because it's just not cost effective at all. But like 5 years from now, that might be different. It might be very easy to have like a whole ChatGPT in your game when you're talking to the AI. So I wonder if like they're kind of releasing that in optimum time, or maybe they'll update the game to add that type of stuff. I don't even know who Brendan Green is, Yanarchy. Why would you ever want that? So you can... It's like all the AI has the ability to hold a conversation. The world would be so much more dynamic. Don't be woke. Like, ooh, AI bad. Player unknown. Oh yeah, yeah, him. Yeah. Well, I heard the name Brendan Green, but I was like, that must be some actor. That must be some actor. You ever plan on quitting football? No. Why would I, like I don't. Why would I plan on that though? Like if I enjoy it, I'll play it. Isn't the opposite? No, no. The woke opinion is AI is bad because at first they were all worried that it would artists would like lose jobs and stuff, and then now the conversation's kind of shifted that it wastes water. I did not think you understand how bad AI is for conversational dialogue. No, I think I do. I think it's pretty good, man. I haven't played the Bayern event stream games, but which one was I struggling on a lot? Was it the Premier League one? The Premier League one was very tough. Jesus, Romario. You nearly got a new haircut there. Okay, if you think it's pretty good, I do not want to say, because that's such a ZZZ opinion. Okay, buddy. What's up, Ella? So how have you been, bro? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Yeah, bro, I uploaded a video a while ago of me playing the Legend event, and I don't know how many attempts. It took me a good few attempts to beat it. What's up, Hassan? How are you, man? Let's turn the lights on. I'm good, Hassan. I mean, yeah, I'm not scared of AI because I don't understand what it's actually doing. The only AI I'm familiar with is chatbot. Like, people are saying like all these AI solutions, and it's like I don't even know. Like, it just sounds like a bit of a bubble to me. Like, I'm probably wrong. But people get high off their own supply. Like crypto was everything a few years ago. People don't even talk about crypto now. It's all AI now. And then at the start of the millennium, it was all like the dot-com bubble and stuff. You know, people get carried away with technology. What it's gonna do. Crypto and big 2025. Terminator, yeah. I don't know why is everyone so scared of technology though? What is it? Is it literally something as simple as like some formative movies in like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, or is there a more underlying reason? Rico, Rico, let me pause the music. Rico, for my dissertation, I literally did machine learning. I had to create a machine learning model. Like, I know what they do. I understand the basics of how ChatGPT works, right? It's pretty good for conversations. Like, I don't know why you're getting this idea that it's terrible to talk to. Yeah, the basics. That's all an NPC is, bro. Rico, if they're NPCs. The whole thing I'm saying is, instead of having to spend 1,000 hours to write all the AI, the NPC lines and voice them, you can just AI it. Yeah, in-game dialogue, exactly. It's just conversations. Right, is this Bayern event still going on at the moment, or did I not qualify for it? Like, I probably didn't even enter it. Should the Bayern event be there if I tried to qualify? Yeah. By the way, Zizou, an Irish player, qualified top 16 for the one last week, the eFootball Open. So there's a new King of Ireland in eFootball. Zizou's the king, and he bet me last year in the in some tournament. I can't remember what it was for. But there's a new king in town. Bayern event to close at 2 p.m. Why would they close at 2 p.m? Like, what a what a strange time to close at. Rico, I didn't say all the dialogue. I said specifically for GTA, all the NPC dialogue could be like when you're walking by the street and they say stuff, you could actually have conversations with them with AI. And you wouldn't even do it though. You would do it at first, you're like, oh, this is cool, this is interesting, and then you wouldn't do it again because it's shit. It's filler stuff. But it does that in a sense. Like, a lot of video games are like, the idea of me being able to go over there is better than actually going out over there, you know? like when you play Minecraft, you only use like a fraction of the world, but because you theoretically could use the whole world, it's so interesting. Same with like Skyrim. Like, I mean, you do use a lot of the world in Skyrim, but it's the whole scale of it that makes you immersed. Alright, boys, we're gonna go over to the EAFC channel now because there's a new update coming out in 2.5 minutes, and then we're gonna play Weekend League. So I got Winter Wildcard, R9, Ronaldo, and Team of the Year Puskas. So we're gonna try them out as well. So I'll see you in 30 seconds. It'll send us over. Alright, see you over there.